today we're back for another little talk about legal tips and about auto insurance. I wanted to ask you a question dealing with underinsurance and uninsured coverage in Pennsylvania.
Pete, it's like anything in an insurance policy. You have to know what it is you're selecting, what it is you're opting out on. And the problem is people just don't know what these terms are. Most people know what uninsured is. Uninsured is if the person rear ends you and they don't have insurance. And in Pennsylvania, it's about 25% of all drivers don't have insurance. So you want to be protected if the guy that hits you has no insurance. And you get your own policy of uninsurance, and therefore whatever your damages are, your insurance company will pay you.
So in other words, you're going back to your own insurance company you're paying to give you sort of an extra policy.
Because you can't sue the other guy. He has no insurance and usually no money.
Okay.
Now we have underinsurance, and underinsurance is different. Suppose the person that hits you, rear ends you, or goes through that red light, suppose that person has insurance, but it's not that much. Suppose they have $15,000.
In other words, the offending driver purchased in Pennsylvania as little as $15,000 in coverage?
And that could be a problem because if you have a bad injury, even broken bones are worth a lot more than that, you again can be covered by getting underinsurance. Let's say the person who hits you has $15,000 and your injury is worth $100,000. Right. The defendant will pay you $15,000 and you can get the difference for your own company. That's underinsurance.
What's the difference in cost?
Not that much. We have to start first with how much coverage you can have. Let's say you have $100,000 bodily injury. You can have up to $300,000 or $500,000. You can get an umbrella policy, but let's just say you have $100,000 in bodily injury to protect you.
To protect you if you're sued by somebody else.
You should always get $100,000 in uninsured and $100,000 in underinsured. You can't get more than your bodily injury, but you should always get that amount. I don't need that much. I'll get $100,000 if it's my fault, but I'll have my uninsured motorist $15,000 or $50,000.
Big mistake.
And you lose money, and we've had cases where people have lost hundreds of thousands of dollars. So folks, whatever your bodily injury is, make sure that you're uninsured and you're underinsurance. And ask your agent how much the difference is. You'll be surprised.
I have $500,000 in uninsured coverage. You know how much it cost me a year?
I'm going to guess $38 a year.
You
Would I
guessed
be right?
it right.
Okay.
Right. And underinsured's a little more, but
no,
really
but it
not that
is
much
such
more.
a small amount.
And it's the most important, in my opinion, coverage that anyone could have.
And people also don't understand that uninsured and underinsured covers you even if you're in another car, even if your family member is in another car, even if you're in the street and a car is involved with an accident, you're in a bicycle and a car is in an accident. So that's one of the most important coverages. In Pennsylvania now, you can do away with underinsured and underinsured. They can tell you don't even need it. You have to select it. That would be the biggest mistake anybody could make, not to select it and not to select the full amount.
And I've had clients call me and say, I don't want to file an underinsurance claim because I'm afraid my rates are going to go up.
It does not affect your rates at all if it's not your fault.
Right, so it goes back to fault
Folks,
principles.
don't worry about that.
So if any lesson to be learned out of this whole thing is get underinsured and underinsured. It's the most important coverage that you could possibly have to protect yourself. And who's the most important person? You.
And if you're not sure, give us a call. We'll be happy to give you free advice on it.
Absolutely. Anytime, give us a call.